everybody. What day is it today? Tuesday. How's everybody's week been so far? It's a bit early to tell, probably. I don't know what you've all been up to. Did you see any live music on the weekend? I didn't get to see any live shows, but I did get to go out to the river and spend some time at the farm, which was pretty amazing, and get out and do some big kayaks, which was nice. So what did you guys do? Let us know. Tonight we've got Anita Spring joining us. She wants to have a chat. She's got a new single out and she had a pretty successful couple of releases before that. So we want to have a chat to her about that and what she's got up for 2021. We've got some more shows coming this week. Tomorrow night we've got Blake Dand here. He's going to join us. I don't know if I'll be doing it from the studio tomorrow. I have got some plans tomorrow. I'm the designated driver for the Cup, so I may be doing it from somewhere random, but why not? At least we can enjoy it. And I'll be sober, I promise. Hi, Emma. Thank you so much for joining. Hi, Nathan. I was just looking at your photos of the storm and your place looks so beautiful even with the storm. So we might welcome Anita into the room. Hi.
Hey, Danny. How you going?
I'm great. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having me.
We had some teething problems, but we got around.
Yeah, some technical issues.
This is the new world of music. Our issues are all to do with computers and the internet, nothing else.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm here, so thank you. Yeah, again for having me. This is awesome. It's a great show you have.
Thank you. And Jules has popped in. She's saying
hey,
hi.
Jules.
I didn't you can make comments and ask questions. So if anyone has any questions or if anyone has listened to Anita's new single, Midnight Train, or any of her singles, let us know. Tell us in the comments. Let us know what you think. You've had a busy 2021 already, but let's go back. Because I know you've had a career so long. You've been doing so much in the entertainment industry. Tell us a little bit about growing up and what you did to keep going in this industry.
Yeah, so mum and dad were, they still are, they're fine musicians, and my dad pretty much plays every instrument under the sun, and my mum is an incredible vocalist. So I kind of grew up watching them do shows and rehearse, and I was on the road, and that was kind of my environment of growing up. So I, never really thought about doing anything else but following in their footsteps growing up, because I was just surrounded by music the whole time.
Yes. And I guess, being out on the road and things growing up, that would have been a pretty amazing thing. You would have seen so much and that from very young.
Yeah, I've got really good recollections and memories of my dad had this regular gig out at a place called Rottnest Island, which is it's off Perth. And It's a beautiful island. And so we used to trot over on Dad's boat, which wasn't very big, on the high seas. I remember not being able to see the sky. Like it was hectic. And but being over there for half of the week and then coming back home and, watching him do his thing, and Mum was there. And there's a really cool story actually of when I was a newborn, so I don't remember this at all, but it's a really cool story that I'll share with you. That they were taking me to the show in the bassinet, so holding on either side, and apparently the bassinet broke. Quality back then. Anyway, and I went rolling down a sand dune. I know, and you think they'd run after me, but I think they just let me roll down, and I go, good luck to them. Anyway, someone picked me up, and this tall, lanky guy picked me up and took me back to Mum and Dad, and he's like, I think this is your baby, and it was Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger picked me up. So I know. How cool is that? I know. So anyway,
something.
Dad's saying to Mum, he's like, that was bloody Mick Jagger. That was, my mum's like, oh, whatever, Graham. And she was like, no, that was Mick Jagger. And like, they were there doing some shows in Perth and just went over to Rottnest to have a bit of a break. So yeah, that's a cool story. I know. I wish I was old enough to remember though.
It's just another way you definitely were meant to be in the industry, weren't you? From very early.
Rushed with Mick Jagger. Thank God he picked me up. They were probably like, see you later.
Leave her there. She won't cry for too long.
Yeah, she'll be right. We'll just go do our show.
Yeah, that's right. We've got work to do. Mel has popped in. She says hi, guys. Thank you for joining.
Hey, Mel.
Ronnie has also popped in. Hi, Ronnie. Thank you for joining. Oh dear, it's lovely to see everybody in the room and commenting. It's lovely to see. Now, COVID for you must have been extra hard because you've grown up on the road, you've toured, and how did you cope last year?
Do you know what? I was like, I had 4 tours cancelled last year. So and that's kind of my sanity. That's my sane place. It's where I go to, be creative and do my thing and, get back to the basics of what I've always loved to do before responsibilities and children and all the rest of it, So it was really tough. It actually was really tough not being able to get out on the road. For that piece of sanity. But, in saying that, everyone was in the same boat, not just people that were not touring, I think it was just a challenging year all around for everyone. And then there were positives that came out of it as well, because I think just having time to get back to the very basics of life was actually a really nice thing to do as well.
Yeah.
So there was actually, there was pros and cons. I don't want to do homeschooling ever again. No thanks. But I'll leave that to the teachers. They can.
I don't know how the teachers do what they do.
I'm hopeless. I've got no patience at all. So, there were some really lovely things like, gardening. I don't have a green thumb at all. I kill green things. Like, I'll eat them, but I will kill them when I grow them. And we actually grew cabbages. I was like, how good is this? I know, but what are you going to do with 100 cabbages? Seriously.
Yeah. Okay, there's only so much coleslaw that you can make, especially to a barbecue.
Exactly. So it was challenging. I did miss the tours a lot, and even going into 2021, there is a hope of more tours and that kind of thing, but there's still not certainty.
No,
so it's tough because I can't wait just to get back out on stage and get out on the road again, and my family come and join me for lots of it as well, so it's not like I just get up and go. But it's lovely for them as well. In fact, my daughter's pretty much doing exactly what I did with my parents. My husband's a musician as well, so he sometimes plays in the band and I play in his band, and it's full circle. It's funny how
very much.
Yeah.
Same thing. She just hasn't been picked up by Mick Jagger yet.
No, not yet. No, let me just give him a call. Hello.
We need to sort this out. Midnight Train. Tell us about Midnight Train.
So we, as a family, moved up from Sydney to the Northern Rivers over 3 years ago now, and the song's about that. Really, it's about. I felt the city life was not for us anymore. It was all getting a bit too loud. That's my best way to describe it. It's just too noisy, and so we moved up, and it's just been the best move ever. I've got no regrets. And in fact, the first couple of nights when we were up here, it was so quiet that I was up all night. I was like, why isn't there, all I can hear are geckos. Like, why isn't there any noise up here? It took me all of about 2 days to get used to. And then I was, I settled into it quite well. And now it's just, I love living up here. Like, it just would not, I don't think I'd ever move back to Sydney. Even if I won lotto tomorrow, I don't think I'd ever even have an apartment in Sydney. I love living up here. And I think with this whole COVID thing as well, everyone's kind of, I know it because I heard it on the radio just recently that people are now in the next 12 months are thinking about moving up. So, or we're moving to regional areas out of the city. It's I think in my last comment about getting back to basics and what 2020 brought us, I think people are starting to realise that life balance is super important.
I think so. I think it's
work-life balance.
Yeah, I think it's been great for that because I think, people have realised, now that it's slowed down, they've realised how much they weren't really living. Everyone was tied up and was so busy and we worked. And
I never had time to grow cabbages.
Yeah, that's right. And then when you grow, they get moths and all sorts of things going on.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, yeah. No, I did actually end up killing the cabbages, so we didn't actually get to eat them.
That's not the point. You've got to grow them.
They were almost there. They were almost there.
Oh.
But I just stopped watering them because I thought, oh, they're going great. They'll be right.
No, they still need water. Yep.
No,
They're not cactuses, they're cabbages yet.
I don't have the green thumb just yet.
Closer. It's getting closer.
Much closer.
Yes.
Yeah. We're good about that. Midnight Train is all about that, essentially.
And so when did you write Midnight Train?
I wrote Midnight Train about 18 months ago. So when I got back from, I did a songwriting trip over in Nashville in 2018. Yes. And I wrote that song as soon as I got back, actually, from Nashville. And yeah, it's, do you know when you write music, I've got so much in my head and so many stories. I've got to write one about Mick Jagger, actually. I should do that. I think it's been done. It's almost like it's therapeutic. Like when I write music, it's really therapeutic in the lyric writing. I find the lyrics for things will come out a lot sooner than it takes me to write the melody and the music for a song. Right. And that's what happened with Midnight Train. And in fact, the other two releases I released in 2020, that's the same with those songs as well. Because with country music, it's about telling a story. So, and it's easy for me to write stories about, my life experience so far.
Yeah. Is that why you sort of gone down the country music path? Because of that, you can write it and tell it as it happens?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, definitely. The country genre leans towards storytelling, and it just seems to suit it perfectly. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's what we love about it. It's real and we can relate to it. And we all make our own little interpretations of each of the songs.
Oh, gosh,
yeah, it's really wonderful. Yeah. What are the reactions you've been so far to Midnight Train? Have you had a lot of people contact you? I know you're probably not out seeing people at the moment, but
yeah, I've had lots of lovely comments actually, and mostly about the artwork. I've got to say, it's really bizarre because I did that on Canva. I did that.
Yeah,
and and like lots of people are like, wow, how did you do that? I was like, oh, well, it took me probably about half an hour to actually get the, right and get the train bit in my eye and whatever. So I think I've had the most comments about the artwork rather than the song. As far as like musician friends and everyone, they all appreciate the music. That's my dog in the background. I don't know if you just heard him. I've had a really lovely reaction, especially at this time. It's just so ironic that everyone is talking about leaving the city for a country life. So I think it's relevant at the moment as well, and people are hearing it and they're resonating with that. The story of leaving the city for a calmer, balanced life.
Safer, calmer, and more appreciative. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm lucky. I'm in Tassie. We don't have the big cities that you have to.
Well, you've got Hobart.
Yeah, Hobart. Yeah, it's a long way away.
Launceston's quite, Tassie's beautiful. You're lucky to live there.
Perfect. Yeah. You don't have to worry about. I don't think I could do what you did living in Sydney. I don't think I could handle it. The noise, the busyness, the people.
Just so busy. Like to get from A to B, it takes you forever, and you pay $20 in tolls, and it's just really frustrating. The whole thing.
Can't get a car park. Can't get, It's
much. It's much nicer up here. I've been meaning to get to Tassie over the last. Well, it's good. Since we moved up, actually, I've been wanting to get over to Tassie for my birthday every year.
Oh, well, you have to do it. Definitely. Yeah. Now's the time we can't do international travel, so we can all go visit the States. Yes, absolutely. Now, you did a video clip for Midnight Train, and it is so good. I love it. I can see that you can see what you're trying to do and showing people how the whole lyrics. But you directed it as well.
Yes. Yeah.
First time directing a video?
No, I've directed all of my video, like these last releases, I've directed all of it. Well, it kind of, to me, is like a natural progression because I wrote the song. So I know the visual I want to get across to tell the story. So it just comes naturally. It's not, I'm not in like in the director's chair going, go, take two, rah, quick, ready. Just, it's just, there's only two cameramen and if there's anyone else in the clip, and that's it. So it's super easy to, it's just setting up each shot the way I want it, and the lighting, all that kind of stuff. And then just telling the story, you know. So it sounds impressive, but it's actually not.
When you've written the song and you write the lyrics, as you said, you write them first most of the time. Does it from the start of the song, do you start thinking of film clips and how you want this story to unfold with that as well, or is that down the track?
There's always something in my head, like when I'm writing the lyrics, there's always a visual, and that's why when it comes to making the actual music videos, it's really easy. I write the script and per line, and I'll write the script and do the storyboard, and it's really, really straightforward from there.
What a lovely process. I've got Jennifer has made a comment. She said she used to play your first song on 2SSR FM 99.7 back in the early 90s when she was on community radio.
What was the song back in the early 90s that I did? Gosh, I've recorded lots of songs. Is she talking, Jennifer, are you talking about Blink? That was released in 2003. Is that the one?
Tell us what one you're talking about. That is exciting. Oh, wow. So you I know that we're talking about Midnight Train, but you released two songs last year as well, and they've done really, really well. Is this what you envisioned for 2020 and 2021 when you couldn't do tours? Did you set a plan that, no, I'm going to release these songs and keep moving forward?
You know what? It was always my plan to release those songs in 2020. So the fact that the pandemic hit, it didn't really change. Well, what did change my mind a little bit was what song to release.
Okay.
My first release was actually really topical. It was, should I tell everyone? I don't know. People should hear it. Anyway, it was about a topical piece in the news at the time. And so I didn't know if it would be insensitive to release that particular song at the time, even though I planned to do it. And even when I hit the go button to release it, I felt sick in the stomach. I was really nervous, but it had a really positive reaction from people.
That is great, isn't it? Oh, I think that releasing any song would be awful when you've put your heart and soul into anything, but something like that in the time that you released it would have been really, really nerve-wracking. So good.
It was. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know whether it was a good time to release that song anytime, anywhere, you know, and it just, anyway, it was very satisfying and I got so many lovely emails from people about how that song resonated with them.
Yeah,
and their
story.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful. Isn't that lovely? Now, I know that, you haven't got a lot of tours, released out, definitely happening, but you do have your Icons concert that you're part of. Is that still is that still planned? Is it going ahead?
Yeah, so this Saturday is our first show.
This one?
This Saturday, yes.
Whereabouts?
Tweed Heads, so at Twin Towns. I can't wait to get up on stage and pretend I'm Livy. I just love her. She is my icon. Like I've just always loved her. So I hope I do her justice and sing her songs, really well. And I've got a lot of, lovely stories about her to share with the audience. So I just can't wait. Well, we've got 7 shows at the moment booked. But just in New South Wales, between Tweed Heads and Dubbo at the moment.
Yes.
So between now and May. And it's just going to be such an entertaining show. There's some other tribute artists in there as well. It's just going to be a whole heap of fun. So the audience, whoever comes along, is just going to be singing along nonstop to all of the songs. Yeah.
I hope I can get to see one. It sounds like lots of fun, and it'd be so nice to be playing such a lovely person too. That'd be a nice feel.
She really is. So I hope I do her justice because she is an absolute legend. She's a beautiful person, and she's just had the most stellar career.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So can people still get tickets?
Yes, absolutely. They just go to Twin Towns and they'll be able to, go there and get tickets. Yeah, it'd be great to see lots of faces there. So
Yes. And have you got any of your own shows at all that are booked at this stage or not
I've,
yet?
I've got a couple from May that are just local performances, and I've already done a couple that are local as well. There's a great venue where I am that has lots of bands through, and so they're giving me the stage. They have, as I said, a couple of times, and they've offered it to me as well throughout to the end of the year. So I'll definitely be putting all of that up on my website. Yeah, and
Excellent.
it's just everyone's just been missing that
Yeah,
live.
I know. It's
You know,
it's so hard. It's I think, because I mean I don't get up and sing, so I don't know what it's like to miss that side. But as somebody that goes to watch these shows and just be part of that atmosphere, I'm missing it so much. So
yeah,
you guys must be really struggling with that. But
yeah.
I
I think
think it's
everyone.
taste. We've all had that little bit of taste down here. We've had a couple of artists come down and we've got to a few shows and it's just like this little taste. We just can't wait for it to just kick up another gear and get out there. It's just lovely to see. Have you played Midnight Train live yet for people on stage?
Only at the first two performances of the year. Yeah, they're the only two times. And haven't I will actually put up a Facebook live thing myself at some stage. And get my guitarist in to play it because I really enjoyed that. I've done quite a few during the lockdown. I did quite a few little couch sessions, and we were just having fun and being stupid anyway. But it was just I'll definitely do that for Midnight Train and the other two songs from last year as well. Yeah, maybe a sneak peek of the music to come. Why not?
Yes, that was my next question. Is there more music to come for 2020 and 2021? Have you got some sitting ready? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's all ready to roll out. So I will probably mid-year I'll release another one, and then hopefully another one before the end of the year, and then followed by I think another single around January, February next year, and then an album.
I was going to say, and then there'll be an album with that. Wonderful. How
Everyone's like,
exciting.
why do you keep releasing so many singles? I'm like, because it's
You've
fun.
got to now. Yeah, and you've got to now. I think it's just the industry's changed so much now that it's all streamed and things. I think you've got to do singles. It's sort of how it rolls now. And I like that because all the work that goes into an album, it gives it more credit, more time, that album that deserves to be really notice of. I like that side of it. Yeah, it does. It does. And it's so much work that goes into it, and people can actually take the time and they learn about each of the songs as it goes. So they sort of get this journey with the album. I think it's a wonderful way to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
Where can people get your music? And do you have any merchandise? Where can they order your music?
I don't have any merchandise. I was only thinking about that. Like probably about a week ago. I was like, oh, what could I? I don't know. An Olivia headband.
Yeah,
it's got my website on it. That's not cool. I go, that's like.
Get your stubby coolers and your hats, all your typical merch stuff. There's so much fun stuff out there you can do.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. And even like my music on a USB or something. I don't know. Everything's digital, so I think that's probably old school now. Putting your music on a USB.
I don't know. I know. I still use USBs, but if I had the option, I'd probably still use discs too. So
I know. And then with the record, I really want to get some vinyl printed, and I think that will be my merch at shows. It will be actually buy the vinyl record, because I think it's something that people can play, and it'll still have all those old school vinyl records, and they've got the liner notes and the pictures and stories, and there's something tangible, hold it.
Absolutely. Yep, hold it. And the sound, the vinyl sound is just so nice.
Yeah, it's wicked. It's so lovely, that analog sound. I know, it's gorgeous. So yeah, that'll be the goal for the record. And in the meantime, I don't know, wristbands. No, I don't know. No.
Tell us in the comments what sort of ideas. Let us know. Tell us what you like. I know stubby coolers are always one that people
cabbage seeds. The branded cabbage seeds.
Yes, I like it. And photos that
That'd be hilarious.
how they go
I did
when
see
you
that Andrew Swift has his own honey.
honey. Yes, yeah, that looks great. I think
So,
I think it's Tasmanian. I'm not sure, but I think
I'm
it might
losing
be.
you.
Oh no,
Oh,
can you hear me now? All good.
oh,
Oh, I hope not. Can you hear?
a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Well,
There's a massive thunderstorm
oh,
heading over.
that's why then. That's what's happening with
So,
your internet.
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now it's 5 more minutes.
Sorry.
Well, we will let everybody go while we've still got you. But jump over to Anita Spring on Facebook and all the regular platforms. Make sure you give her a like and a follow. Check out her website and let us know what you think of Midnight Train. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you from somewhere tomorrow night with Blake Down here. Thank you. Bye, guys.